In heaven, do the saints all see God equally, in the same manner, and in the same way? Or do some see more of God and others see less of God? Well, if all the saints saw God in the same way and in the same degree and knew everything, well, there would be no reason to have a conversation in heaven. There would be no conviviality in heaven. There would be no interaction between the saints and the angels, because if we go up to heaven and let's take for example, Saint Benedict, and he sees the exact same thing in God as Saint Francis of Assisi. And Saint Gemma sees the same as Saint Teresa of the Child Jesus, who is actually going to help us to understand how the Beatific Vision really is. Well, it would be kind of boring. Of course, we would see God, and that's the principal happiness, the principal joy in heaven is to see God face to face. But there is also those other aspects that are accidental, which is the interaction between the saints and the angels and conversations. And so how do we explain that? Does that mean that some people in heaven are happier than others? Can there be sadness in heaven? Of course not. Saint Teresa of the Child Jesus, she gives us a good analogy to understand how there is an inequality in heaven, just like there is inequality here on earth. Because God did not create any one of us the same as anybody else. We are all unique. We're all different. We all have our own characteristics, our own way of being, our own personality. And that has to continue in heaven. Here on earth, some correspond more than others. In heaven, they will have greater merits. They will have a greater degree of the Beatific Vision. They might see more of God, be able to love God more. But we get back to the question, does that mean that there is sadness in heaven if somebody sees more than somebody else? No. Because Saint Teresa says, she gives an analogy. Imagine you have some glasses and you fill them all up with water, but each glass is a different size. Maybe a glass of 300 milliliters, another of 500, another maybe holds a liter of water. But they're all full. Which one is the fullest? Are any one of the glasses lacking something? No, because they're all entirely full, but according to their own capacity to hold water. And she says that in heaven, it's the same way. Some of us can hold more water, others a little less. And that explains how nobody will be unhappy, will be sad in heaven, because our glasses will all be entirely full. So what a great lesson we learned today. There is inequality in heaven, but of course, complete happiness, complete joy, because each one of us will see God in as much as we are called to see Him. We will be lacking nothing. We will be desiring nothing. And that's why it's important to correspond entirely with all of the graces we receive here on earth, so that in heaven we will have a greater chance to see more of God and to love God more. And then to share with the other saints and angels what we see and what they may not see so clearly. And they will do the same with us. May Saint Teresa of the Child Jesus help us all to reach the Beatific Vision and to one day be eternally, there will be no more days, but to be eternally happy with God, our Creator, who created us for Himself. May Our Lady help all of you, and thank you for watching this video. We look forward to seeing you in our next one. Salve Maria.